Hi Nancy, this is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote, and thanks so much for linking in. I wanted to talk with you about creating a group page and becoming a trusted source on Win My Vote. And Win My Vote is a national voter information guide, but it's much more than that. And it's more of a voter engagement site and even sort of a voter homepage. We're going to be doing a lot of additional things and civic engagement things after the election as well. But right now we're sort of focusing on the election and doing everything on this interactive sample ballot. So as a voter here, I can go in, type my zip code in, I can sign up with just a social media account or an email. It's completely free. And my zip code will put me in these specific districts. And if there's any overlap or conflict with the district, we have some resources on the sign up page that will show you some maps and make sure you're in the right district. So with that, we can give you this sample ballot, starting at the national races and going down through the state races and the district races and going into, county, city, board of supervisors, all the way down to, school board races. And the way that this scales is that the candidates build the profiles themselves, the same way they would build a LinkedIn profile or a Facebook page or a Twitter account, and then place themselves into the race that they're running for. So as a voter, one of the challenges is how big these ballots are. So here in San Francisco, we have a pretty full ballot, as you saw as I scrolled down. But we also have, state propositions, which are 17, and then we have city measures, which are 24. Or sorry, 25. So it's a huge ballot, and one of the features that we have to help the voter is called trusted sources, and this is where your organization would come into play. These are groups and organizations and individuals and clubs and political parties that form a page and then make endorsements, and then when I check off that I like this group or I trust this group, then I'm able to see their endorsements right on my ballot. So the way that this works is that as I'm here on my ballot, and let's say I'm looking at the president's race and I click on the candidate, I can see, here are some of my trusted sources, and if I want to see what they said, I can easily just click on that.
Hi, this is Randy Weingarten. As many of you know,
and you can do written endorsements, video endorsements, or you can just, fill in the star here, which just means that that's who you endorse. So there's lots of different levels, but I'll show you real quickly how easy it is to form a group and make an endorsement. And so I'll just use this kind of demo group here. So this is Jim's group, and I put a video up here. In the same way that candidates build their page, which is real simple. You can just edit it right there on the page. Like I'll give you an example of building just an image. Excuse me, an issue statement. You just put the title there. You can put as much text as you want here. Choose an image or a video, and then you can just use the URL from YouTube. And you just cut and paste it in there. Click that, and it goes right in there. When the user clicks on it, they can watch it in real time.
Prop 65, this is a tricky one. It's one of two initiatives dealing with grocery bags. Yep, there are two. Prop 65 says if grocery stores charge customers for carry-out bags.
And so here I am on my group page, and I want to make an endorsement. So I'll click here, and let's say I want to make an endorsement for Jill Stein. So I would click here. It says, do you want to make a written endorsement or a video endorsement? And I say I want to make a video endorsement, and I would go to my YouTube page, and I would click on the video that I wanted, and right under here it just says share, and I'll just
50 years ago, the National Organization for Women was born into a very different
share
world.
URL.
As women are...
And I would put it right in there, and then hit publish, and that would be it. And then as a voter, when I go back to my ballot, and I go over, to Jill Stein's profile. So I can then see the endorsement right here, which is Jim's group, and I would click on that, and then I would see that video that we just pasted in there.
50 years ago, the National Organization for...
And that's it. So if you guys are really busy, which I'm sure you are right now, I would be happy to work with you, or if you point me in the right direction, I probably could build your page and do most of your endorsements the same way you just saw me do right there. Just if you have them up on a page or something, I can just cut and paste and take it straight from a page and put it on there. But we certainly would love to work with you. We'd love for you guys to reach out to all your members and tell them to go sign up for Win My Vote, get their free ballot with all of the other features. And some of those other features, are just, things like, being able to add the date of the election, to any one of your calendars, or important dates, so here in San Francisco, October 11th, City Hall opens for early voting. Last day to register to vote in this election is October 24th. Then you have weekend voting at City Hall. So there's a variety of important dates that most voters have no idea about. You can also find your polling place. So you click here, you put your address in, and it brings up a nice Google map of your polling place. You can even create your own groups if you want as a voter. And then there's also these other links in here that will take you to register to vote online or vote by mail, or if you want to request a voter absentee ballot. There's lots of things that you can do. And again, it's one of those nice features that is very bipartisan, and it's kind of a level playing field where you can look at each one of the candidates, and then you like them, favorite them. I don't want to keep this, keep you too long on this video, so sorry, but I'll just show you real quick the way the propositions look. You can click on one of the propositions, you can read the summary, and then your trusted sources are, yes and no. So if you guys are advocating for certain propositions, or you're opposing certain propositions, I'll know that now as a voter, because I'll see, your video right here on yes or no, and just for effect here, we'll change it to no. And now when I go back to my ballot, I'll see 55 is now at no. And these little percentage, this is kind of a demo ballot, so these percentages will change as voters go through, but it's a nice way of being able to also track how the proposition's doing on the site, with the voters in California. So there's some other features too that, about sharing with social media, becoming a super voter, and lots of other fun things to do. But I would love to talk with you and kind of answer any questions that you may have, and we can kind of go from there. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.